Two. All right, are the judges ready?
Yeah!
Scene ready? Yes. Okay. Two pence only, step in and say, this side of the grave, John Merrick has no hope nor expectation of relief. His physical agony is exceeded only by his mental anguish, a despised creature without consolation.
Now, the most striking feature about him was his enormous head. From the brow projected a huge mass of bone. From the back of his head hung a bag of spongy, fungus-looking skin.
Step in and say, to live with his physical hideousness, incapacitating deformities and unremitting pain is trial enough, but to be exposed to the cruelly lacerating expressions of horror and disgust by all who behold him is even more difficult to bear.
From the upper jaw that projected another mass of bone, turning the upper lip inside out. The deformity rendered the face utterly incapable of the expression of any emotion whatsoever.
Step in and say, for in order to survive, Merrick forces himself to suffer these humiliations.
The back was horrible, from it hung huge sack-like masses of flesh. The arm was of enormous size and shapeless. It was suggested, but was not elephantiasis.
Thus he exposes himself to crowds who beat to gape and yaw at this freak of nature.
A ratchet man, but a boy developed hip disease, which left him permanently lame. He was thus denied all means of escape from his tormentors.
Come CCW presents
The Elephant Man.
of Bernard Pomerantz.
I must examine him further at the hospital. I'm Frederick Treves. I'll cap him up in return.
$5 he's yours for the day.
I was to examine him in the interest of science, you see.
He's good value though. You won't find another like him.
Fair enough.
How long is as long as I like?
You may stay for life. The funds exist.
I've been reading this. About Homes for the Blind. What am I going to one of those when I have to move?
Oh, but you do not have to move, and you're not blind.
I prefer it when no one looked at me.
As your promise, then, is it not? A roof, food, protection?
Right, Mr. Treves.
I'll bet you don't know what to call this place.
No, sir. I don't know.
You call it home.
Never had a home before.
You have one now. Say it, John. Home.
Home.
If I abide by the rules, I will be happy.
If I abide by the rules, I will be happy.
Very good.
God almighty!
Oh, you're told not to do this! Oh, it's infuriating! I will not have you gave me my patience! You are sacked! You seen photographs of John Merrick, Miss Kendall? You acquainted with his appearance?
He reminds me of an audience I played Cleopatra for in Brighton once, all huge head and grimace and utterly unable to clap.
Well, my aim is to lead him to as normal life as possible. His terror of us all comes from having been held at arm's length in society. In any case, if you could enter the room, smile and wish him good morning.
Shall we try it? Good morning, Mr. Merrick.
I had planned so many things to say, but I had forgotten them. You are so beautiful.
How charming, Mr. Merrick.
I do not know why I look like this, Mrs. Kendall. My mother was so beautiful. But something must have happened, don't you think? Sometimes I think my head is so big because it's so full of dreams. Because it is. Do you know what happens to dreams when they can knock it out?
I know.
Neither do I. Something must, though. Well, you are a famous actress. You must expose yourself for living then, like I did.
That is not myself, Mr. Merrick. That is an illusion. This is myself.
This is myself, too.
And that is extraordinary. Close your eyes. Don't look.
Is this a game?
I will not hold a game.
For God's sake, what's going on in here?
For a moment, paradise!
Have you no sense of decency, woman?
Mr. Merrick, I must go, but it has been a great pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Thank you for coming.
Are you not ashamed? Do you know what you are? Do you not know what is forbidden?
Frederick, do you believe in heaven, hell? Christ, what about God?
So do the back, my boy. So do we all.
Do you not believe? Why did you send Mrs. Kendall away?
Don't forget, saved you once. My interference, you know well enough, it was not proper.
How can you tell?
There were standards we abide by.
Whose standards are that always make us happy because they're not always for our own good? Will she come back? Mrs. Kendall?
I will talk to her.
Will she?
No, I don't think so. There are other things involved. Because I don't want to hear when you die.
His heart won't sustain him much longer.
I shall be sorry when he dies.
What is it, Freddie? What has gone sour for you?
His is overarch of things. As he's achieved greater normality, his conditions edged him closer to the grave.
To become more normal is to die.
The most striking feature about him was the terrifyingly normal head. The mouth before my satisfaction was rendered therefore utterly incapable of the ability to change. The back was stiff and the right arm was of enormous power. It was often undiscussably beating others for their own good. The wretched man would avoid developing a disabling spirituality, which left him unable to feel how others feel. He would thus be denied all means of escape from those he had tormented.